You've been misunderstanding the Ark of the Covenant. It wasn't just a box. It killed a man, shattered a nation, and carried something so dangerous. Even priests approached it with fear. And yet, many people today still think they understand it. They don't. If this kind of revelation stirs your spirit, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Bible Project for more cinematic Bible stories. The mystery begins. For centuries, the Ark of the Covenant has been treated like a relic, a sacred object, a historical artifact, a symbol of God's presence. But that understanding is incomplete, because the Ark was never just a symbol. It was a system, a protocol, a meeting point between heaven and earth. And many misunderstood it, even in the Bible. Tonight, you're about to see the Ark the way Israel experienced it, not as history, but as encounter. The mountain of fire, dark clouds swallowed the sky. Thunder rolled like a living voice. Lightning split the heavens, not randomly, but deliberately. At the foot of Mount Sinai, a nation trembled. The ground itself responded to a presence that could not be seen, but could be felt. Moses ascended into the fire, and there, in the midst of divine intensity, God began to speak, not just commandments, instructions, precise, detailed, non-negotiable. Let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. Exodus 25-8, not visit, dwell. And at the center of that dwelling would be something terrifyingly sacred, the Ark, the design of divinity, gold, not ordinary gold, refined, purified, layered inside and out, acacia wood strong, incorruptible, overlaid with glory, 2 cherubim facing each other, wings stretched forward, as though guarding something unseen. And between them, silence, but not emptiness, because God said, "There I will meet with thee," Exodus 25-22. Not everywhere. There. The Ark was not decoration. It was a location, a meeting point, a throne. What was inside? Hidden within the Ark were 3 objects: the tablets of the law, Aaron's rod that budded, and a pot of manna. Law, authority, provision, not random items. They told a story, a covenant, a reminder that God was not just powerful, He was structured, holy, consistent, and the Ark carried all of it. Together, the presence that moves. When the Ark moved, Israel moved. When it stopped, they stopped. It was not symbolic leadership. It was literal. And it came to pass when the Ark set forward that Moses said, "Rise up, Lord." Numbers 10:35. The Ark wasn't following them. They were following it. Because where the Ark went, God manifested. The Jordan splits. The river was overflowing, uncrossable, unforgiving. But then, priests stepped forward, carrying the Ark, not cautiously, but obediently. And the moment their feet touched the water, creation responded. The river stood still, not slowed, stopped, and the waters stood and rose up upon an heap. Joshua 3:16. The Ark didn't pray. It carried presence. The walls of Jericho, no weapons, no siege, just obedience. And the Ark, 7 days, circling in silence. The Ark at the center, and on the 7th day, a sound broke the tension, a shout, and the walls collapsed. Not weakened, collapsed. Because the Ark wasn't just presence, it was authority. The danger no one expected. But then, something shifted. Familiarity crept in. They had seen the Ark move, seen it bring victory, and slowly, they forgot something. This was not power to be used. This was presence to be honored. So they carried it carelessly, on a cart, like the Philistines did. And then, it happened. The ark shook. A man reached out, just to steady it, just to help. And in an instant, he fell, dead. And God smote him there. And there he died by the ark of God. 2 Samuel 6-7. No warning, no delay, just judgment. Why? Because the ark was never meant to be touched casually. It wasn't about intention. It was about protocol. The fear of David. David stopped. Everything stopped. Celebration turned to silence. How shall the ark of the Lord come to me? 2 Samuel 6-9. Because for the first time, he realized something. You can desire God and still approach him wrongly. And desire does not cancel structure. The house of Obed-Edom. The ark was left in a house, not a palace, not a temple, just a man's home. And something unexpected happened. Blessing, overflow, increase. The Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. 2 Samuel 6:11. Same ark, different outcome. Why? Because honor changes everything. The return this time correctly. David tried again, but this time with understanding. The ark was carried, not on a cart, but on shoulders, according to divine pattern. Every 6 steps, sacrifice, blood, reverence, and this time there was no death, only glory. The real revelation. The ark was never just an object. It was a pattern, a revelation, a system that showed God's presence is powerful, but it is also precise. It blesses, it protects, it leads, but it also demands honor, structure, alignment. You don't carry it your way, you carry it His way. The ark is gone, hidden, lost in history. But what it represented is not, because now the dwelling place of God is not a box, it is man. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? 1 Corinthians 3:16. The question is no longer, where is the ark? The question is, can you carry what it carried? Can you host His presence with honor, with alignment, with understanding? Because many today want the power, but ignore the protocol, and that is why they struggle. The ark was never misunderstood because it was hidden. It was misunderstood because it was sacred, and sacred things require revelation. If this opened your eyes to the deeper mystery of God's presence, subscribe to the Bible Project for more cinematic Bible stories that reveal what Scripture truly means. And remember, God's presence is not something you use. It's something you carry.